Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Paul and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball shot.
Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to BCN Sports. A round of 32 action. FIFA World Cup round of 32 action. It's business end of the season, business end of the World Cup. My name is Benton. And what is the business end of the World Cup? Win or go home. Simple talk. My name is Benton, part of the BCN Sports family. Big up to Junior. Junior will jump on after 3 o'clock. The man say, yo, am I dealing with something? He is taking care of some business. Or handling some business. So, a bit of a thing. So, Junior will jump on after 3 p.m. By the way, hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. Today is Sunday, June 28th. Yo, June 28th is a special day for me, so I have to give a shout out. Big up to the original Zian. Happy birthday, you. Blessed earth strong. Big up yourself. Yo, big up. All right, big game ahead of us, by the way. Big up to all the subscribers. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if this is the content for you. And thank you for stopping by. Smash the like button. All right, you know how we do it. If you're new here, this is the way we do it. We do a watch along of the game. The game is kicking off in 12 minutes. Canada versus South Africa. The Maple Leafs are the Canucks of Canada taking on Bafana of South Africa. I did not have this one. Many folks did not have this one as a matchup in this round of 32. We thought South Korea would be the team to face Canada. Of course, South Korea is home. Canada didn't do as well as expected. So here we are in their group. All right, so let's get to the starting 11. And, I'm a huge fan of the African continent. I support the teams coming out of the African continent. I'm also here in CONCACAF, so big up to CONCACAF. We'll see how the CONCACAF team goes about it here today. So CONCACAF versus South Africa versus Confederation of African Football. CONCACAF versus Confederation of African Football. Let's get to the starting 11 for both of these teams. And I hope this is a good game. I don't have all day to watch this game. I don't want any penalties in this game. I don't want any penalty shootout, more specifically in this game, because that then would be 120 minutes and then a penalty shootout. I do not want that. I want this game to finish in 90 minutes. Let's get this thing over with, people. Coach Hugo Henry Bruce is the one. Anytime I said the name, Hugo Henry Bruce is the coach of South Africa. Very lively, very vocal coach. I've always, anytime I pronounce that name, I always like, yo, All right, he's going with the starting 11 in goal. The man himself, the excellent Ronwen Williams, the captain, the leader of this group. I mean, Ronwen Williams, excellent goalkeeper. I can't say enough good things about Ronwen. So Ronwen Williams between the sticks, he will have a big part today to help South Africa move on if they want to move on. He has a big role to play. In defense, Aubrey Modiba in this, it's one of the centre back pairing. I mean, Modiba out at left back. Modiba will have to get up and down that side. Let's get to this pronunciation. Mebokazi in the centre back pairing. Kilisu Muda is the other centre back, and Imo Okan also part of that defense. Imo Okan is part of that centre back pairing. Looking forward to see Okan in that back four. You know what? With Mbokazi, when he made his transfer into the Major League Soccer, there was a bit of, or to the U.S., there were a bit of criticism of his move away from African football or from South Africa. I remember this. Um, of course, a lot of these players do play. A lot of these players that represent South Africa do play back home or part of the South African football. So when Mbokazi made his move, there was a bit of criticism. He's now part of the Chicago Fire. So, you know what? Let's see. So all right, so that's the back four. So in midfield they got Tiboho, Mokana, and Shipilo Sithole. Yeah, I know you guys been playing around with this man's name, but it's Shipilo Sithole. Yeah, you could mispronounce that one very easy. He did make a mistake in that game in the group stage. Oswin Apollos and Rebelli Mofokenj. Rebelli Mofokenj is in that 10. Tapalo Masiko and Evidence Magopa leads the line. Evidence Magopa, 10 goals for South Africa. He will, for Bafana. You know, it's not a high-scoring team. Magopa will have to lead the line and lead it well. You know, there are a few teams that could use a 10-goal scorer. He will score now. I mean, the thing with Evidence current team is the Orlando Pirates in South Africa. You know what? The thing is that if given the opportunity, wait, 6 goals. I thought the latest, I just looked at that caption, it was 10 goals. I'm here looking at, I have him as 6 goals in this data set. So between 6 and 10 goals, he has scored for South Africa. Evidence Magopa, currently member of the Orlando Pirates. Teams are out. Bafana. That's the starting 11 for coach. Bros, you know what? Good luck, South Africa. Good luck to Bafana. Let's head over to the man himself, Jesse Marsh's Canadian team, Canadian Maple Leafs. Starting with Maxime Crepio in goal. Good goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper. Even though I think I'm a fan of St. Clair, but Maxime Crepio will handle himself well. Alistair Johnston in that wingback position. He will get up and down that flank. Derek Cornelius and Moises Bombito are going to be central in that center pair, and they do well together. Richie Larea going down that left side. I don't know if Richie Larea has hit his high ceiling. I mean, he's been doing this for a long time, and maybe he's on the other side of that hill. He might be exposed today. In that midfield, you have Captain Steven Estacio. Yo, Canadian football fans love Steven Estacio. I think I'm a bit lukewarm with him in midfield. If he gets rushed and is in a physical contest, he will struggle. But Steven Estacio, if you give him time, he will play you off the field. Liam Miller and Nathan Saliba. Nathan Saliba will do a bit of heavy lifting. The attackers, Tejan Buchanan outright, Jonathan David down in the middle, and Tani Olawase is going down that attacking line. So Jonathan David and Olawase, the front two, I think they're going to be forming default into a 4-4-2 formation. That is what I have it set up as. But I expect Liam Miller and Tejan Buchanan to be pushing really wide and trying to stretch that back line of South Africa. So we're what? 4 minutes away from kickoff. 4 minutes away from kickoff. The game is being played out there in Los Angeles. It's a midday kickoff, Los Angeles time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be 12 noon Pacific time. So, I'm going to kick off ball game 12 noon. How are they starting football games 12 noon local time? Very good crowd here. Very good crowd. Referee for this one, you have João Pedro Silvia Pinheiro is the referee in charge, the man who will be directing traffic in this game. Who's the overseer of all things. He's a Portuguese referee, so I'm not familiar with how he yep, he's a Portuguese referee. So I was trying to see if he's a Brazilian referee, but he's Portuguese. All right, so it's Jonathan David versus Magopa. I'm curious to see if South Africa Parker bust, because I am not in the mood for it today. I am not in the mood for 120 minutes of boring football. I need good, entertaining football that will finish in 90 minutes. Like I said, I have a birthday event to attend to. The original turns 21 today, so we have to go. I have to go celebrate the youth. BM, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Happy Sunday to BM. Happy Sunday to one and all. Yo, and a smash the like button, people. People on Facebook, we see you smash that like button. Junior will be running in. I do have something to discuss with Junior when he jumps on. And it's about the performances from these federations. We want to take a deep dive about the performances, how each federation has fared in this tournament, has performed in this tournament. Yo, what is? Yo, we'll start the ball game. Why you get an official pin on them thing? Yo, come start the ball game, man. All these sort of introductory events. Let's go. Box cover. BM says, I agree the 12 noon kickoffs. Let me move this comment over so I can see it. I agree the 12 noon kickoffs are insane. This reminds me of the Reggae Boys back in the 90s trying to gain an advantage. I think this is extra time and penalties. BM, don't jinx it today. I don't want extra time and penalties. We got things to do, man. We got things. You know what? If it's extra time and penalties, Junior will be finishing the extra time and penalties of this watch along. Yo, Canada and Maple Leafs and Bafana. Do not bother with it today. Let's go. Somebody win this ball game in 90 minutes. And speaking of the Reggae Boys, utilizing that weather advantage, yeah. Reggae Boys most notably tried to seize on the opportunity to play games when the sun was hot. It didn't work too well. Of course, a lot of the Reggae Boys played in England. It did not work too well. I guess no one didn't think that one true. All right, Canadians in their black jersey, all black with some sprinkle of white. The talkative are very, they say probably honest. Well, both of these managers do speak their minds. Both coaches, are quite confrontational. We'll get into an argument easy. Bafana is in that traditional yellow with green stripes, or light green stripes on the shoulder. Let's go, people. Let's go. We don't have all day for this. Round of 32 action. It's win or go home. Let's see if Mr. Sithole can play some ball. And Mokona at the base of that midfield, Estacio, Saliba. I expect some serious challenges, like I said. If you put Estacio under pressure, he is vulnerable. Let's see if he will be able to get room as we're off. Canada kicking from left to right. Game is in Los Angeles. 12 noon kickoff, Pacific time, 12 noon kickoff local time, 3 p.m. in the East. Smash the like button, folks. Subscribe to the channel. The ball is with Run when Williams in goal. Williams outright to Modiba. Or is that Mbokaza? Mbokaza now sends it long. Intercepted by Estacio. And Estacio with a poor touch there. Didn't get it as intended. And it's out for a throw into South Africa. Muda getting ready to restart play. South Africa sends the ball Ball long, looking for outward Apollos. Apollos blocked off by Tajan Buchanan quickly on there, very fast, and the ball is out of Tajan Buchanan, out for a throw. Simple request: win or go home. That we are talking about. No long talking. Here is South Africa, and Tajan Buchanan definitely getting in here on the challenges. He's up for it. Throwing again to South Africa. Mofona can trying to control, looking for a foul. Canada comes away with it. Here comes Miller out wide. Richie Laria down that left side. Yeah, my youth, you can't make Richie Laria just run left yourself. And Richie Laria overplayed his hand, gave away the ball. Now South Africa also doing stupidness, almost gives the ball back. Picked up by Liam Miller. Richie Laria with it. Estacio coming in inside also, and the ball is out for a throw. Here is a long throw quickly and looking for Olawasi, and cleared. South Africa a little bit all over the place here at the back. Cleared it finally, and it's off Liam Miller, and it's out for a goal kick to South Africa. BCN Sports watch along of FIFA World Cup round of 32 action. Long ball looking from Ron Williams, looking for Mofoken, and easily back to Cornelius. And Moises Bombito with it. Bombito. South Africa dropping into a defensive posture. Now the ball clearing. Apollos and Bombito in a foot chase. Here's Apollos. Cuts inside. And he plays it back to Modiba. Modiba now all the way back and retreats to Mbogazi. Mbogazi back to Ron Williams. Yeah, why? How did this player just retreat? So you are way up the field in an attacking posture. You have support, Apollos, and you send it back. Ron Williams looking for Mokina. Couldn't get it control. Estacio picks up the loose ball. Sends it to Liam Miller. Liam Miller now driving at Modu. And Miller turns it back. Estacio with it. Cuts it inside. Not Saliba. And Saliba then plays it all the way back to Michileria. Cornelius. 3 minutes of... Yeah, we can't stop the hydration break. Unless the temperature really high. That will kind of speed up this game. Here is Tajan Buchanan having a go at Modibo. Ball played... Looking for Johnston, but loose ball picked up by Buchanan. Buchanan now having a go, and we have a foul there. First it was Buchanan who's called for the foul, pushing Modiba in the back, and it's free kick to South Africa. Modiba did step on Buchanan there. VAR will not intervene. South Africa under a bit of pressure. Mbokasa sends it right to Modiba. Modiba pulls it back away from Buchanan. Sends the ball all the way. Yo, stop. Mbokasi. Ocon, good ball. Yeah, can't get it on. Can't get it to stick. Here is Masiko. Looking to switch play. Fine. Looking for Apollos, and Johnston is there to head it out, and it's out for a throw. Throw into South Africa. Back in play. Here is Sitholz. Yeah. Yo, hey. You can easily slip up and mispronounce Sithole, you know. Ball is back to Ron Williams. Cleared. South Africa with it in midfield. Sithole getting a lot of possession. Ball is Masuko outright. Masuko. And Madu with a bad touch now here in South Africa, trying to get I think this is Masuko breaking behind that Canadian back line. Ball is in with now Mofokeng. Twists and turns. Finds number 4, and Mbokoso with a shot. Cripio should have catched the ball. Pushed away and cleared out by Johnston. Here is Jonathan David in a battle with number 40 Mbokaza, and Mbokaza and Jonathan David having a go at it, and the ball is out for a throw. Yeah, Cripio looks like a shopkeeper. Why did you catch the ball? The Canadian goalkeeper, Cripio, that is. Throw into Canada. And by shopkeeper, someone who looks like he's prone to errors. Here's Cornelius. Sends it wide to Liam Miller. Miller. Down the left side for Canada. Now cuts it inside looking for Jonathan David. Olawasi cleared out. Estacio with a shot from outside. And it's over the crossbar and it's out for a goal kick. 0-0, 7 minutes. We're in the 7th minute of round of 32. We're seeing the replay of the shot from Mokoan. What is this? Who kicked that shot? Mokoena. And Cripio did not handle it well. I would be shooting at him from distance any chance I get. Mbokazi looking to send it long. South Africa trying to get behind this Canadian back line. It's all the way to Cripio. Cornelius picks it up. Bombito with it. Bombito stepping up now with it for Canada. Still in his own half. Bombito back to Cripio. Now looking to send it long. Looking for the run of Tajan Buchanan. Buchanan looking to get behind Modibo. Buchanan is in a bit of space, but very well shielded there by Mbokazi. And very good defending there. Mbokazi, one of the few South African players to play outside the country. He plays for the Chicago Fire. It didn't go over so well with the coaching staff when he signed that contract to leave. With the national team coaching staff, that is. Seems like he's doing quite well. But I mean, I understand the coaching staff would like to keep their players local, but at some point you want to get them more competition. And if that means that going overseas, playing in different leagues, offers more competition, then that's better. And also, it does offer a huger earning potential, too. So, I mean, come on. Here's Ronwen Williams with it. Finds Mbokeze. And because of him coming overseas or leaving South Africa, he's probably have played with some of these players, played against some of these players. Here is Jonathan David, or Olawasi. Olawasi to Liam Miller, who overruns the ball. Now Richard Leria is into the box. Richard Leria, and a chipped across, ricochet of Mudu, and it's out for a corner kick. I think it's a corner. Richard Leria getting up and down. Corner kick to Canada. Estacio standing over it. Ball into the box, and it's over everyone's head, and it's trickling towards the corner flag. Cleared out by South Africa after some pressure from Buchanan. And the referee has called a foul, a free kick. And we're seeing the normal images of... Yo, it's Infantino. Come on for the TV. So Infantino was in Miami last night. Now he's in California. What is it? 4 hours? 4-hour flight to the West Coast? Infantino now asleep. I must sleep on plane. Here is South Africa. Ball cuts inside. And down the left side of the Canadian box. Now ball back to Mokontension Buchanan. He's Mokenji out of the way. Here is Jonathan David. Lays it back to Estacio. Very good recovery there from South African players. And a misplaced pass. Not on the same page of Masuku and all the way to goalkeeper Cripio. And Junior is saying to let him in. All right, so Junior is here. Yo, Agwan.
Yeah. A full game, I want.
Happy Sunday, Junior. How you doing?
I'm good enough. This one I gave me a blow off so we can put on some meat on the grill.
Oh, you know what, Junior? Here's the plan of action. At least my proposed plan of action. If this game don't finish in 90 minutes, I'll be exiting stage left, and you can just finish it.
Hell no. Hell the fuck. No.
I cannot handle this ball game going longer than 90 minutes.
You know what though? You know what? I think there's a conversation. This is an experiment. This game is an experiment, and I'm angling towards our previous conversation. BMW. I don't even know if BMW, but
Yeah, he's here. BM is here. BM says
Right.
he just says Infantino using his private jet like yeah. Infantino was on the screen a while ago.
But the thing,
Like a
the convers, we've had conversations throughout the last 4 years
Mm-hmm.
about team development, team planning, preparation, right?
Yes.
I think this game is a very good experiment to say what's the best way to build a team if you're not super talented. And what I mean by that is Canada went through the whole process with building a team without going through qualifications, right? While South Africa built a primarily local team. And on paper, Canada should beat the brakes off South Africa on paper. But it's a parchment paper. It's not a regular card, it's not a regular construction paper like France should beat the brakes off South Africa. This is just off simple logic. And I think Jamaica can learn a lot from the outcome of this game. Really, it can in terms of team development.
Yeah, the South African model is definitely something that can be utilized.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think this is the ultimate litmus test.
Yeah. And equally as important, you mentioned that there's a conversation that watch out, ball youth. I didn't expect that level of fandangles.
Yeah.
Almost pulled it off. Cleared. I mean, ball youth as in South Africa.
Yep.
Very creative down in the finals third year. Just couldn't let it stick. But now South Africa gave away the ball. Jonathan David sends Liam Miller off to the races in a pocket of space. Liam Miller driving into the box. Liam Miller cuts inside like an idiot. Should have kept going. Very good defending by Mbokazi. Corner kick. So the conversation also, I think we can expand it. I would like to expand it to look at confederations. How confederations, respective confederation, perform in this tournament. In the group round, we have some data set. We have some data now. We can look at how did CONCACAF do, how many CONCACAF teams advance, how many Confederation of African football teams advance, and etc. etc. So we can hold that reasoning throughout this
it's a waste game. Yeah, because it don't make no sense talk about this game. But yeah, there's a conversation, and there's also a conversation to be had about Carlos Queiroz. Shouldn't he be fired instantly for the comments that he made about the 48 team World Cup? I don't know if you saw that comment that he
share the Carlos Queiroz comment.
He's basically saying, and maybe I am interpreting him wrong, but he's basically saying what Gattuso said. The 48 team World Cup, in his words, was too vulgar. It gives it a chance to be too ordinary. Now, this is the coach of a team that barely scratch and make them way in one of the best third place teams.
Yeah, but
and arguably, Iran should have made it above Ghana, arguably.
But this is what happened when you hire a coach just for the World Cup. I mean, Carlos Queiroz got that Ghanaian job when other coaches were doing the groundwork ahead of him. I think he came into that role as Ghana's head coach last
minute. Yeah, last minute with a last minute
Yeah,
decision.
late last year in 2026. And so not last year, this year. So
Yeah, the last minute. It
yeah.
didn't. So it is. But we'll
Ghana's
see when them
coach
players
Kurel
get called
says
up.
value of 48 team World Cup is debatable. He says with so many teams qualifying for the World Cup, I think the value of the competition in terms of being rare to be in the World Cup is, in my opinion, still debatable. Even the qualification matches in Europe and Africa, they start to lose significance, meaning because everybody is qualified. Well, everybody don't qualify. Jamaica
He's
didn't
an idiot.
qualify, brother.
He's an idiot.
So it is a lot of small details that demand in the future that they should be studied very, very carefully, of course. And again, this is on the, so why everybody who qualify, who my drop words, man?
He's just an asshole. That's all it is. He's just an asshole. I think he's dropping word on Cape Verde. I think the minnows, what people call minnows. I think that's who he's dropping word on.
Yeah, but I you know what? If Cape Verde plays Ghana, his Ghana team right now, I put money on Cape Verde.
But I don't think Ghana should get any shots other than deciding to hire him. But
Yeah, that's a shot.
this
Yes.
is more of a European, and I think he kind of forgot. I really do believe he forgot who he was representing at that moment. That question, because reporters know how to get people that they're anybody that ever does interviews. You try to get somebody comfortable, right? And when they
Yeah.
get comfortable and forget where they are, they become candid. And when they become candid, that's when you get um punchlines and you get noteworthy remarks, right? And when they weren't thinking. And I think he really fell into that trap.
Yeah, look
I
at
don't
that dummy virgin. The man
There's a
have
big time.
Alistair Johnston diving all over him players like a ice season. BM says South Africa playing some ball though. Iran was very unfortunate not to qualify. Initially, I had mixed feelings about the 48 team World Cup. However, this World Cup is exciting. I don't think it should be extended further though.
I probably won't get a chance. I won't get a chance to prove my point that I'm about to make. But this World Cup can even is could have been even more exciting if you only had one host. And the reason why I say that is, and I keep saying this point, the hosts of the World Cup always get favorable draws. So we have three teams getting favorable draws right
Yes,
off the
yes,
bat.
yes,
Three teams
yes,
that
yes.
don't deserve to get favorable draws. That mess up at least three groups.
So you're really not gonna see a true assessment of the 48 teams
Right.
World Cup, of the 48 teams the World Cup until 2034, because 2030 is a same sort of multiple host site, right?
But who
Um,
but who are the hosts again?
so the 2030 you're gonna have Morocco playing hosting some games, Uruguay hosting some games.
Yeah.
Games will be in Portugal, because they were trying to recapture the original members of that 1930 team, 1930
World Cup.
World Cup or whatever. So it's a centennial. Actually, I think it's 5 countries. Is it five? I want to say it's 5 countries hosting.
So I think they're going to change the way that they see the teams then.
Yes, they will. They definitely.
There's no way you're going to have five favorable hosts. Nah, sir. Five favorable draws? Nah. You don't have enough minnows.
So it's actually, it says 2030 will be primarily hosted by Morocco, Portugal, and Spain to celebrate tournament's centenary. Opening matches will be held in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. So just opening matches will be held in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay, but the primary hosts are Portugal, Spain, and Morocco.
Yeah, I think they're getting rid of the favorable the host favorable draws. I think they're getting rid of that. So now they're truly making a true World Cup, I think that's the goal, is to make a true world-based tournament, which kind of makes sense with technology being the way it is right now. It's a lot easier to move people around, and the logistics are a lot easier. And you never know by then, because a little bit of science here, our science and technology conversation. NASA recently tested a new ball in a youth. Ball in a youth. Yo. I don't even know why I keep my hopes up so high for South Africa a while ago. Anyway, NASA recently tested a jet that have the ability to break the sound barrier without a sonic boom. And you know how significant that is, because we know the Concorde would have been able to go from London to England, from London to New York, I think, in 3 hours, right? But because of the sonic boom, no country wanted that, and nobody would really want that over your head, right? You don't want to have that force a beat over your head. But if this technology come true, then I can see in 4 years them as we reach the hydration break.
The water
I can
break.
see, yeah, the water break. I mean, them man don't deserve no water break. This what done it.
The first quarter of the game has come to an end. Let's get your first quarter thoughts, Junior. Sorry, go ahead.
But I'm talking about NASA right now.
Alright, sorry. Let's get your NASA point. The sonic boom. So NASA did some research to try to resolve the sonic boom.
So if they do that, and if they fix that, then we probably can have global travel in under 4 hours. That now will make the World Cup now truly be a World Cup. Because you know, if I can go from Atlanta to Cape Verde in 4 hours, every weekend I got a vacation.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Every weekend I got a vacation.
I see where this is going. I see where this is going. You're still trying to plan your Cape Verde trip. I see where this is going. Yeah, I mean, travel, the ability to move people around as you can harness the technology that's available, and utilize it in an efficient manner, because the energy burn is always a concern. The fuel costs and all them pluck with it. Yo, this is brother here, Cornelius. How did he miss that goal?
At the blonde hair.
Like what is that? Like,
hoping that you don't intend for me to give any kind of opinion on that, right?
I don't understand. Like, what, he couldn't extend his head any further? I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of what just happened. A golden opportunity that's probably the most significant chance in the first quarter, prior to the hydration break. And equally, South Africa is playing well, I think. They're playing some entertaining football, but in the final third, they're unable to kind of put it together and get any sort of major chances. But I also think that Canada as goalkeeper is a shopkeeper. Yeah. Yes, sir. So back to the reasoning regarding the 2030 World Cup and the ability to travel quickly. Yeah. I think Morocco, Portugal, and Spain not too far. The distance, of course, going from South America now to Europe is another thing. But if these technologies get materialized by then, we'll see what are going. Also, in other news, Junior, I think there are discussions that USA might bid for the 2038 World Cup.
Nothing wrong with that. They can bid all they want. That means they might get it.
It says U.S. interested in hosting the World Cup
That's
in the
fine.
2038 World Cup, and it could be a 64 team edition.
Okay. I mean,
And this is according to the BBC. When you think that this World Cup may at some point expand out to 64 teams, I think the United States can handle it.
yeah, but
You,
by then I might lose interest in football by then. You never know. No, seriously, 2038, that's 12 years from now, you know. And football, the sport itself might change. It might look completely different. Would you have if you could look back and remember yourself at 1990 watching football and watching football now, how has it changed? Like, how has the world changed for you? And how was your idea? So we're about 2038. And I think it's typical of today's American society. It's a very tone deaf news story. And I think you really have some traditional Americans, aka white people out there, that is sitting on and really think people are enjoying the way America is hosting the World Cup.
I
I
am
really
sure
think
that there are some non-whites who are too, Junior.
well, I don't really count those. I don't count those people. I'll just put it that way.
Back to live action. Still 0-0 between South Africa and Canada. South Africa are dropping off into some sort of low block sort of deal and asking Canada to break them down. But they are really trying to get close down that passing lane and get at the Canadian players quickly. So they're looking to move around quickly after the hydration break. As Mr. Sithole kicked down somebody. My youth, yeah. I will say this. Other than the fact that I want this game to finish in 90 minutes, I really don't know how South Africa is going to score.
I will say this, and not because of the jersey colors. This game eerily reminds me of when Jamaica came back and beat Canada.
Okay.
In terms of, if you remember how that game was played, it
Yeah.
was back and forth. Canada had the better chances early, and I mean, we know Jamaica had just a 10-minute spurt, but overall though, I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, Canada, how is Canada not up already?
Yeah.
And why is Canada making South Africa play through them when they have a chance?
Yeah, sorry.
So that's the thing. That's the thing that it eerily reminds me of that game. South Africa is more than in this game.
Yeah. The question I was gonna ask you, I mean, is this the end? All right. First and foremost, I think we both may agree that it's a golden generation for Canada. Because I think it is. Do you share that view?
Um, you know what? You remember Enamel played at Jamaica, right?
Yeah. Remind us what about NML play, Julie.
It's normally make with a lot of chimneys would make an Enamel plate, right?
The chimney, the piss pot.
Yeah, honey pot, piss pot, whatever you want to call it. I remember Enamel plate or the
Good
Enamel.
youth!
Hold on, man. Remember, enamel is a material where it look nice, you know. But any little drop, any little touch, it bend up and that's it, right? I think that's a generation that Canada have. There's an enamel generation.
It's not a golden generation. It doesn't have any sturdiness about it. It's just a facade. It look good on the outside, but when tested, it just crumble.
Right. You get it look good against weights that it can handle. But when it go up against sturdier weight, it falls short big time, and it become useless.
And we know we're all over the place. People smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Our watch alongs are normally much more entertaining than this, but the game kind of dictates. We won't sugarcoat it. The game, this is a knockout round game, and hopefully, and we're not hopefully, the games in the round of 32 will pick up. This is not a good start, but it will get a lot better because there are some very good, exciting games out there.
Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, you have a damn good game.
Yeah,
I think Japan can beat Brazil. I really do.
And yeah, it's a great. I'm looking forward to that game. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to watch that game.
I think I might have a doctor's appointment at work tomorrow.
I think you have an errand to run.
Yeah, I might have an errand to run for sure.
So this is an interesting thing that I want to point out in this article from Mandeep Sangara here on BBC. Mandeep says FIFA is considering expanding the format to 64 teams as early as 2030. So the 64 teams World Cup could be right around the corner, according to Mandeep Sangara. So there we go. There we go.
Nothing wrong with that. And you know, we all know it's a money. Move your take cut, boy. And then you play a teammate go to chip in this with it. But we know it's a money. It's a monetary decision. It's some money. Somewhere along the line, it's a monetary call, right?
Yeah, it's a money. Yeah.
And I think FIFA is playing the long game, and I think the Nations League, the success of the Nations League, is what trigger the hunger or the desire to expand the World Cup, because now we're seeing that more better teams are out there. You remember, it wasn't it couple World Cups ago, Germany beat one team 17 or the Women's World Cup. But there's sometimes some bad score. And he'd be like, oh my goodness, what is team doing in the World Cup? Can you honestly look at a team in this World Cup and say, this team absolutely never deserved to be in this World Cup?
Yeah, it's hard for me to make that assessment. No, I don't think so. I think all these teams have demonstrated some level of competitiveness.
Right.
They've put a shift in. Even Curacao that got butter bruise in that game against Germany. They grew into the tournament and they, in fact, they drew a game, didn't they? Yeah, they drew with Ecuador.
Yeah.
So, I thought the opening day game, our opening, was it South Africa? We watched South Africa at first.
South Africa, Mexico.
Yeah, I thought South Africa was like, but South Africa grew into the tournament and they found their legs, and they've won a game against arguably a better opponent, or at least on paper, as in South Korea. And here they are saying, look, we can go further than this.
Yeah.
So
Granted, I'm not saying the quality of teams are closer. I'm not saying that.
No, I understand.
It's still a wide.
I understand what you're saying.
But if you bring in a team like Cayman Islands to play in a World Cup game right now, and no disrespect to Cayman Islands.
Yeah, but you're going to disrespect Cayman Island anyway.
It's not disrespect, it's reality. The reality is the Cayman Islands players stand up a more of a chance of being injured than playing in the game. And I think the competitiveness or the competitive nature of the tournament will get called into play if you have a little bug side like that. It's not a bug side, but you have a team that doesn't belong there. Because you more run the risk of injuring the players them on both sides. You take a wild man for go run in and put one lick idiot tackle and now a big star out of the World Cup.
Yeah, you can
I
stitch
think
him up,
I
yes,
think
if
the
them
teams have
want give you 6 or 18. Stitch up in box cover.
yeah, but it
And it
won't
can't be
make the
nobody
World Cup.
style, yo.
No. But there's a level, like we said, there's levels to this. And Cayman Islands versus France is similar to me and my old fat age. I run against an MLS baller and I'll try to play against him. I stand the risk of really hurting that MLS baller because he's just that quicker than me.
Yeah.
So when me go into attack, it's not like me I try to send a message.
Yeah.
Me and him talking on two different wavelengths.
Yeah.
So it become risky. And I think that's the reason why World Cups were so narrow in terms of team choices are qualified teams. Now that teams have become more even, you can expand it. And I think it won't lose. I don't think it will lose anything. No, you're going to have more simultaneous games. I think that will have to happen. Or you have to extend it from a 1 month tournament to a 2 month or a month and a half tournament.
Yeah. So time, yeah, you would have more games running simultaneously. I agree that because of that expansion. Ultimately, back to the point about the Cayman Island versus France. I think with the world, just as the example you use, I think with the world has been closed in terms of football.
Yeah.
Teams are recruiting heavily.
Yep.
Cayman Island, though you don't expect them to be competitive, they will go out and find or search every crevice and every corner for any player that have any sort of connection that they can bring into their team. And I think this is what is allowing for some of this level of competitiveness at this World Cup. Curacao
Yeah.
is doing a very good job of that. They were able to say, okay, let's get the Bakuna boys who qualified for the Netherlands team. Couldn't make, in fact, I think both brothers played for the Netherlands youth setup, but they couldn't make the
Yep.
Netherlands big team. So here they are playing. And so you kind of, you narrow the gap of competitiveness that way.
Yeah.
To some extent. But how many of those players are out there to really make you a very competitive country on the world stage with limited time, right? You just and so this is
But you
back
have
to
four
the
years. That's not
model.
a limited time. You have 4 years.
No, and in terms of prep, because once you qualify, you hope because it's a perfect example. Like in the case of Jamaica, we have a Mr. Sitwell with a college on here. Look, hey, better be careful, You have a case in point of Mason Greenwood, right? Where some players, well, I guess he never did join the Jamaican thing, but there are some players who will be reluctant to make a commitment to a Meno until they know that Meno is worth their commitment, i.e., they maybe qualify for the World Cup. So that's where I'm thinking that for Cayman Island to be competitive against one of those big teams, they have to qualify first to be able to attract the upper echelon talent who can't make another big side.
And you bring up Mason Greenwood. I'm beginning to believe that Mason Greenwood wasn't in for Jamaica.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he
I
was.
don't. Until I hear Mason Greenwood interview where he say, yeah, there was a possibility. Better believe it.
I don't think he was. I think it was
Better believe.
foolishness at best. Because why would Mason Greenwood? All right, and I think I've said this on numerous occasions. I've said it like I don't want a man who know him dirty up thinks him can play for the side.
Right.
As in, the baggages, right? But Mason Greenwood, prior to all these noise around him, he was one of England's most coveted ballers as up and coming in the national setup. So why would he risk all of that now just to go play for one bug side down a corner? When he can just wait his time, perform at his level, and time is the father of many of these things. Time will go away.
Yep.
if Mason Greenwood continues to perform, there is a very, very difficult chance of him not playing in the next Euro.
Yeah. And if he was seriously thinking about playing for Jamaica, he would have definitely played the one game against Curacao.
Yeah.
And try for win and go World Cup.
Yeah, we're not going World Cup because once you make that
it wouldn't make any sense.
Man, man. Yeah, cameraman behind. Hey, yo, my youth, move out that way.
Yeah.
You find one sitting in that crowd.
There are more empty seats in there than fans, though. That should be called out.
Yeah. 40 second minute of the game. But the thing that I wanted to get your thoughts on, and just a quick look at the stats of the performance of the respective federations at this confederation at this World Cup. Let me see if I can pull up anything on this. So CONCACAF only have 3 teams that advance out of a possibly 5, right? So the co-host, the 2 direct qualifiers, and the 1 half a chance with 6. Would you call that 6 potential spots, or is 5 spots with that half a chance?
6 potential spots, but I would say it's 42 teams, 44 teams World Cup. with the one team counting as 2.
Yeah. So CONCACAF 3 out of 6 teams remain in the tournament. Your thoughts on
and it's a horse.
And it's a horse.
So the favorable draws remain.
Performance of confederations at the 2026 World Cup. Let me look this thing quickly up. And all right. All right. So CAF sent 10 teams, and 9 teams are still remaining in the tournament.
Yep.
So that's Africa. CONMEBOL sent 6 teams and 5 remaining in the tournament.
Watch out! What I meant that? What the all? You so see it.
How did that no score? Watch out! How did that no score? I did say Ronwen Williams is going to be a huge thing in this World Cup, a huge thing in this game for South Africa. But he totally misplayed that ball. Good defending by is that Modiba off the line.
Carnelius defend well too, Unfortunately, he defend the wrong way.
Yeah, he's defending for both teams.
Good God Almighty. This game could be such an exciting game.
Oh, gosh. We need a goal, Bridget. Again, I can't do this for more longer than 90 minutes, Bridget. I cannot do this longer than 90 minutes.
Must be a penalty. Lord of mercy. This must be a penalty. What kind of... what the...
So, all right. That looks penalty-ish. That must be a penalty. It has to be a penalty. The Portuguese referee.
Probably not. But how is this different than Vinny Jr. tackle?
Wait. Hold on. How is this? Wait. Oh, so it's the kick the back of the leg thing. Ah, boy.
Didn't we see this not given yesterday or day before yesterday?
Yeah, we saw this not given yesterday or a couple days ago. Different referees, though. Some call it, some don't call it. And I've always in favor of never making these calls because I feel like the player is putting a leg in front of the other to get the ball. So how is it that the player who's getting kicked at the back of the leg can be the one committing a foul?
Because it will be a tackle from behind, but it's not given. So parity replayed. Parity returns. Hey, even the referee want the game get over with. Normally with the hydration break is a minimum of 4 minutes we have seen, right?
I don't even remember. I usually
It's 4 minutes. It's been 4 minutes. It's been 4 minutes. At 3 minutes, at 3 minutes the referee give.
Yeah, ref said, I've let's hurry up, people. Let's hurry up and get this thing over with. Ref have things to the come on to South Africa while though. Come on, says she wouldn't give that.
I don't think South Africa. I don't think them wild. I just think Canada not good enough.
They're full of energy. They need to calm down a little bit in with the tackling. It's the last dish tackling, because easily that could have gone another way. And then we have seen it's the same thing with Curacao when they gave up. They gave up a penalty against Germany. It's just like this. You don't need to just panic in the box. And with the sliding and the lunge, the more of these lunges you make in the box and the risk, you take a lot of risk. There's a brother almost offside. Alawasi.
I thought so too, but him not offside.
But
hold on.
Offside because what did he do?
So look at this. Look at this though. You soon see a foul though when the ref call. How is that different than the tackle in the box? You tell me.
All right, so he did cut. All right.
How is that different?
Because it's not in the box. It's not in the box. The referee looking at his clock. Yo, halftime, Bridget. We come in. Let's go.
Hey, the ref say, yo, yeah, hear me, yeah? Yeah, hear me? Come on for the field, yeah, boss. The ref just say, yo, yeah, hear me? Come on for the field. Come on for the field.
Yeah, let's end it. Let's. And now, so what is Jesse March going to the? Oh, he's gonna complain about the penalties. Jesse March telling his coaching staff to go in. Bombito is telling Jesse to go inside. What the box cover? It's crazy when the players have to control the coach. So,
people, we have a good number. Earlier we had 14 active. You're going through the pain with us. We are a family, and BCN Sports, we've been around even during COVID. You can check our history. Even during the COVID pandemic, we still had shows live every Sunday. When there was no football going on, we created content. And now, watching this game is almost like going through the COVID period all over again. Why are you not
hitting, Junior? It's not that bad.
Why are you not hitting like? Why are you not subscribing? Subscribe to the channel.
It's not that bad, Junior. It's not that bad. In the COVID era, we never have Jesse March on the verge of a red card every minute.
But
how is it possible that the players have to save the coach from an ejection? And then the coach, the assistant, the Canadian, Jesse March, who's the American
coach, red card.
Tell Jesse March, the American, told his Canadian assistant, said, you go talk to the ref then.
Because so you go get the red card first.
You go deal with the ref. All right, fair to say that both of these teams don't have a lot, won't remain in this tournament based on these performances for a long,
Right.
But running through the stats regarding performance by federation, CAF, 9 out of 10 are still in the tournament. 9 out of 10 teams still in the tournament. The only team that's eliminated from CAF. Oh,
I don't got. I don't Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast. No.
no,
Senegal.
no. South Africa,
South
Cape
Africa.
Verde.
Senegal. Cape Verde. Ivory Coast.
Tunisia. Don't be about Tunisia. You know what? Let me not say that.
I don't even
Tunisia.
consider them to be. I don't
Tunisia.
consider them. Them are
Bye
African
bye,
cousin.
Tunisia.
Them are African cousin.
Tunisia. So from South America, CONMEBOL, 5 of 6 teams. The 6th team that's eliminated is Uruguay.
Uruguay, yeah.
I mean, and of course, coming in regarding Uruguay, it's almost like there were reports that Marcelo Bielsa just wasn't a favorite of this group.
Too much running.
So, but how is a coach? And I want to ask that, we can't deviate from the stats. How a man who's not a fan of the group or the players don't value the contribution of the coach remains in charge so long?
Because every team has different goals. So if you are like a bug side, they're not doing anything, then you're not being held to the sword. So you're just there for participation. So we just get it over with and done.
Yeah. UEFA 13 teams remain of the 16 teams that qualified from UEFA.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the 13. The 16 teams. The 3 teams that's eliminated from UEFA. Czechia is one of them, right? Czechia gone. CONCACAF, 3 teams and 3 co-hosts remains.
Hold on, Czechia, Scotland. We have to big them up. Czechia, Scotland, and is Turkey? No, not Turkey. Czechia, Scotland. Turkey is not Europe, right?
I don't. Uzbekistan?
Yeah, Uzbekistan. Yeah.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
And Turkey has been trying to join
Asia.
Europe for a while, but Europe is saying Europe says stay over there, so Reg.
Oh, you can't imagine the
you
corruption.
don't look Europe enough, Reg.
You can't imagine the corruption of Turkey in the UEFA.
Oh my God.
It's a good choice. Let's see which one.
Hey, Junior.
It's a good choice. So
It's not, Junior. And over in Asia, and this is the most disappointing and crazy thing, Junior. 2 of 9 teams remain for Asian Confederation. They sent 9 teams and only 2 remain.
Yeah.
Japan and the other one, Australia. Yep.
No, Australia.
Yep,
Australia is
Japan and Australia.
I thought so. Oh, okay. So Asia and Oceania is together.
No, so Australia jumped from Oceania to Asia because they wanted better competition.
Oh, we never know that.
And they feel like they can better equip their team, their players for a more competitive run on global stage by competing in the Asian Confederation. So Oceania, the one team them sent from Oceania, New Zealand gone home. And it's probably good for New Zealand. And what's that team that Jamaica played in the in that knockout, whatever, the Interconfederation tournament prior to DR Congo?
Oh, that the Aborigine them. Yeah,
the Aborigines. New Caledonia.
New Caledonia, yeah.
New Caledonia. So if Australia was still in Asia, New Caledonia wouldn't make it that far. Because Australia would have gotten the number 1 spot, the 1 slot, and Oceania, and then New Zealand would be in the New Caledonia seat.
But then you might as well, why is New Zealand and New Caledonia? Let me see. Oceania.
Yeah, some Oceania really are no ball played on. You have Papua New Guinea. They're trying to improve though. In fact, when I did some research on New Caledonia football and league when they play for Jamaica, it don't look much different than Jamaica Premier League.
Yeah. So the current member, I don't have a whole heap of members too, you know.
Yeah, man, enough. Solomon
Enough.
Island and all them
American Samoa, Cook Islands, Fiji, Kiribati, New Caledonia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tahiti, Tonga, Tuvalu,
Junior, when you talk
Vanuatu.
about go Cape Verde, I them place that you want to go.
And them place I want to go for real.
The
But you know what though?
The only thing is like
Go ahead and say it. I might have the same fear as you.
Yes, I'm gonna leave them one day alone.
Cause them place are full up of venom, you know.
Hey.
And I did some other research, but was common sense, and them said, boy, the reason why Australia is so deadly is such a big rotted piece of land surrounded by water. So any animal within there can't leave.
Can't leave. Can't.
They have to find a way to survive and develop venom. And I saw them, like, you know, let me look up New Caledonia. Not New Caledonia. What them name again? Cape Verde Dangerous Animals. Come, I don't want their bush or something by Bombatino.
Yo, Junior, that's liable to happen. And it's not like y'all gonna get time to survive.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get to anti-venom.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's and then
So
heat.
Cape Verde have stored fish. They have giant African land snail. I guess this dangerous. He said avoid touching or getting close to them as the bacteria on their skin can transfer to yours, leading to fatal infections. They have a giant centipede. Lionfish. Benton. They have mosquito. They put mosquito because they have Zika, dengue, and Nile fever, malaria.
Junior, let's not ruin the trip to the Pacific. All right, let's focus on the beautiful side of the Pacific.
Cape Verde have to come to me. I'm not going Cape Verde.
Oh, to the continent, to the Africa continent.
No,
Junior. Junior, I don't necessarily know if you're going to be exposing yourself to all those things out in the wild in Cape Verde. You're going to be preoccupied to things in the city. There's enough.
Well, you know, back road everywhere, you know.
Yes. But overall, really looking at these numbers, Julia, the performance of these respective federations, confederation.
Was Gattuso add to something? Let me ask that question first.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No. To kind of unpack this a little bit though, I think when I look at CONCACAF, and this thought came to mind, it's almost like CONCACAF give me a Fraser's Whip vibes. And I'm going to expand this a little bit. Fraser's Whip in the Jamaican Women's Premier League is very dominant. In CONCACAF, you have USA, very dominant. Mexico, very dominant. Canada, maybe not as dominant, right? But those are the three big dogs in the Confederation. The level of competition then significantly drop off and has reduced significantly because Honduras gone to the dog, Costa Rica gone to the dog, Panama is somewhere there, and so the competition is not as good as it once was. And so because of lack of good competition in the federation, in the confederation, then when you go up against big, better teams that are playing competitive teams in their Nations League or whatever league, then when you play them, you're not gonna be competitive.
But then, all right. But the problem with that argument is, um, the teams are not playing. So I get what you say with the Fraser's whip, right?
Yeah.
But the teams are not playing as a unit year round. So it goes back now to how do we make Fraser's whip be more competitive when they go and play against other teams from other regions, right? Because let's
Yeah.
make it regional.
Yeah. Yeah. And how
You
it's
have,
also how do we make CONCACAF teams more competitive
but
when
that, but
they
that's
when they
that's
go play against the other teams at the World Cup?
but that's what I'm saying. You have to make it
Yeah.
regional
Yeah.
because there's an argument about. Because I know why is France better than Panama? And it's simple. Quite simple answer for me. It's a simple answer. France have players playing in better leagues, right? I don't think it's because Panama used to beating up CONCACAF teams. They're not playing tough games as Panama. No,
Mm-hmm.
the players that represent Panama are not playing in equitable leagues.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you make Panama? How do you make Fraser's whip be more competitive? You make your region more competitive. How
And
do you make your region more
yeah.
competitive? You improve. You put money in, invest money in the league. That don't mean you're gonna put money in a TV. That don't mean they put money in marketing. That don't mean they put money
Yeah, you
in.
put money in TV. Guys, you're
No, no,
gonna
no,
have to put money in TV to get money to continue to
no, no, no,
invest in the league.
no, 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 no. And I think that's.
Uh,
I think that's mistake number one.
okay.
The first step,
Yeah.
and look at Brazil. Not even Brazil. Look at Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina is so secluded, but they have such a strong league, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then put money in their youth system, then put money in the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can say bring in the TV money. When people and the MLS made that mistake, the early version of MLS made the mistake of putting money in the TV product,
Yeah.
which was why they went for the retired ballers,
Yes,
them, the
yes, yes, yes,
Echeverria, the
yes.
Valderrama.
Well,
Then
that
put
money
money
them
in the
a try and
product,
make.
right? Instead of putting money in the youth.
Yeah.
The current MLS is putting money in the youth and then using the TV to supplement the youth. So it's a different approach. I think Jamaica need to put money in the youth. I think the Caribbean need to put money in the youth. You know what? It's so easy. Travel as a South Africa, never make a sub. But traveling is so logistically so easy. I will talk about how it is to expand the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Benton, why aren't high schools in the Caribbean playing a Champions League like format? It just dawned on me. It literally just hit me. Why aren't the high schools playing a Champions League like format when logistics is so easy?
I
It's
mean,
so
somebody
easy.
has to cover that cost and put it together.
That is easy. That is easy money.
Easy money.
Easy
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Easy money.
And this
You
is
don't need eh?
somebody have to do it. I think the point you make about France is well, yeah, I agree. France players play in better leagues relative to the Panamanian League.
Right.
And I also agree that France is developing good talent. So once you develop the talent, you also have to then have those talented players playing competitively against each other.
Right.
So, and I think this is where CONCACAF is struggling. Because CONCACAF, I don't know, excuse me, I don't know the level of financial commitment that CONCACAF has made in the investments, in the growth of the youth programs. But what I do know is that it's the same usual suspects that are leading CONCACAF on the national level. So that tells me that someone or some leadership or some leaders in CONCACAF are okay with the status quo. Because
Yes.
it's the usual suspects. They collect their little money off the back of the usual suspects, off the Americas, off the Mexicos of the world, whatever they bring into the federation and they allocate it, according to whatever formula they use. But in order, if and this kind of link back to this discussion about USA and them winning World. You're not gonna win. I have never seen a team win a World Cup without good developmental system. None of the teams that has won a World Cup don't have football just permeate through the entire society.
Right.
USA is trying to say, "Boy, we have win World Cup," but they want to build something and then, oh, this is that, and send them over there. So, no, football is organic. You grow in every culture that win the World Cup. On a global stage, you have players. You identify talent by the organic, just playing anywhere. It's akin to basketball, yeah, so. Basketball, man, watch out. Yeah, my youth, I'm gone. I've seen enough. Junior, you can finish the watch along.
I'm never gonna like my girl, man.
What is this? Wow.
Hey, you know who is the biggest fussy? The linesman.
And then
the ball clearly guarded up, but the linesman say, you know what? Let's go see what I'm gonna do with the ball. Let's go see what do chop this with the ball.
Yeah. So, again, people, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. 90 minutes is all we have here today.
You can't imagine watch a penalty shootout with them two teams.
And the fact, the possibility that both teams might miss.
No, I know that both teams might not miss.
And then you just keep going and keep going. Yeah, make it done. I have things to do, Bridget. We have things to do.
But I don't think there's any short answer, but you brought up a key point, and I think that's something that we can't watch up board this.
People, we're here with you during this game, and again, the quality of football between the lines, getting up into the final third, it's just, and this is where we need to kind of FIFA, Infantino, as the head of this product. Yeah, you need to figure this out because clearly, bro.
Hey, to the highlight of the World Cup, they tell you so in Mexico we have. That's the highlight of the World Cup.
That's the Mexican we have drop our phone.
Yo, I should do that slow motion.
Bafana, show us something. Come on, brethren. Benny McCarthy would really help. A Benny McCarthy type player would really help this team.
Hey, there's a it's not a meme, but I think when they play in Mexico,
yeah,
there's a video, Benny McCarthy. What the next one? I know Pinar. It's Benny McCarthy, another legendary South African baller.
Yeah.
Them in the studio, and the man them sit down. And the camera go to the hole there for like a minute. Nobody can't talk. Everybody just sit down like,
yeah.
I said, I'm just what? It's Benny McCarthy. Who's the next one?
Yeah. You bring up a baller still, Stephen Pinar. A long time I know the name.
Yeah. Stephen, but Pinar never did. Where's Stephen Pinar now?
I have no idea. You was a baller. Just elegant. Very composed in that Everton midfield.
I didn't play anywhere on the right wing.
Yep. Yeah, and also there was a stat earlier posted by Men in Blazers. Big up to Men in Blazers, one of the excellent football shows out there. Men in Blazers posted this stat says only Europe's Big Five leagues are responsible for more goals than MLS this World Cup. So I want to repeat that. Men in Blazers says only Europe's big five leagues are responsible for more goals than the MLS this World Cup. They went on to list the number of goals. Premier League, 43 goals. La Liga, 26. Bundesliga, 17. Liga on 15 goals. Serie A, 13. MLS, 9 goals. Championship, 8. Saudi Pro League, 8. Eredivisie, 7. Then Andrew Nelson replied, said, yeah, but 6 of those 9 goals from the MLS was
And
scored
Messi.
by Messi. So,
And there's a bigger point there.
yeah.
How many of the big teams how many teams that if you look at the teams that are scoring the most goals, how many of them play in the MLS?
Yeah. You know what?
So
You see how data can be manipulative and
yeah,
miscued and you know, because a man might look at this data and say, well, the MLS is doing so well. Who's new to this? Like, yo, MLS is
that's the
right there
American.
scoring goals.
Yeah, that's the
But
American point of view.
but
So them
Messi
say,
skews the data. What going to happen when Messi gone? Who's going to score the goal?
hey, Mr. Me have a meme, me have a video ready for post. Get down and listen.
Junior, you've been planning this for what, 4 years for the Messi retirement?
What? Hey, but
I wonder if Donald is planning something for the Ronaldo retirement, CR7 retirement.
I am done past Ronaldo. I've passed Ronaldo since he left
Yeah, but
Real
Donald
Madrid.
don't believe that. In fact,
But that's the funny thing. That's up to that is what keeps Donald going, you know.
In fact,
Because
Donald posted last night, say, yo, USA could beat Portugal.
yeah,
Yeah.
like and that's the funny part of this Messi Ronaldo thing is that even when Messi is doing great, the Messi fans still have to invoke Ronaldo's name.
Want set it's kill is want to put them out of the misery. You want to just
No, we say it all the time. Eagles don't fly with Jankro. So if you're flying low with the Jankro, you're not an eagle, brother.
What about them are birds, Junior?
Because when Ronaldo was on top, I win Champions League at Real Madrid, and then gone to Juventus and I take the world by storm, and Messi gone at PSG. Did you hear any Ronaldo fans of the rate Messi?
I think you have got to talk to Donald about Ronaldo being on top there.
When Messi was at PSG, Ronaldo was ahead of him in terms of the hype or in terms of the banter. What's up, boy? Who's it better? Yeah. And the best part of the ball game that.
What, goal score?
No, we're not being able to go score right now.
My youth, I want this thing to be over 90 minutes.
What's that?
As Liam Miller picked up a salad from Modu. Yo.
This is
what you get with your blonde hair running in. Any ball that we have them here bleached, they're not supposed to get highlight reel them with. And Nathan Saliba taking on. Yeah, my grabber Liam Miller grabbing on there, trying to hold on to prevent that salad. Still 0-0 family, 55th minute of play. Yo, forget the hydration break. Let's play the ball game. Like we just finish this thing and just, in fact, forget extra time and go straight to penalties.
So straight up penalty. Yo, but seriously, I'm a grill for light, 5 o'clock. I go light by grill. But then me not in night, you don't know.
Junior, I have a birthday event to attend. So
just lock off the stream.
We cannot leave our customers. Yo, all the Canadian fans that are on the stream right now, you know what? We hope the game finished in 90 minutes. But BBC.
Jesus, peace. What is that?
BM did say he was going to go to penalties. Good build-up play from South Africa here.
What?
Masuko. Yo, kick your ball for brother. I mean, it started out so well.
It's like the man them. It's like them get nervous and them have to think.
So the is there an element now? This is it now, right? Is there an element of nerves at play here? Because the game itself, you lose, you're gone. There's no
I'm
tomorrow for the
sure.
loser in terms of this competition.
I think nerves. I think nerves will be more on Canada side than South Africa. I think the South Africans know they're playing with the house money. It's kind of like the video where as Infantino, I look at Infantino, I smile like, yo, you know, somebody need some coffee. And that Infantino thinking they made it up. You know, somebody really need some coffee because I don't want to get caught on camera and drop asleep, you know. But we're going to sleep.
Yeah, but Infantino was at the game last night in Miami, and then he should have slept on the flight over to Los Angeles.
They must want to sleep again. Yo, this game coming like dopamine.
Still 0-0 family replying to a message here. As now we're at the water break family, still 0-0.
Aye. Oh, we're a quarter away from our biggest, worst nightmare of overtime.
Wait, so Tejan, I'm just like a fool. Tejan Buchanan is off.
To be fair, though, second half, to be fair, Canada has not created the chances that they created in the first half. The game kind of tilted back a little bit towards. No, they take off Saliba.
Okay.
So they really take out Saliba after a salad? And Bombito.
Okay, so he's got more attack. What Sigor? Let me try to up the. It could be out, but Liam is still on the field here, Junior.
Saliba and Bombito is off. But on Sigor and Defo Gorillas. A name that beat me, you know. Defo Gorillas.
All right. My dash to the end here. This thing will finish in 90 minutes. This I believe. Subs on. By the way, yeah. I'm gonna let Junior deal with that pronunciation. I'm gonna put Mr. Look there, and the last name. I guess
We
it's
just
one of
hope, we
them.
just hope if they get called for do anything in that game.
maybe maybe they're thinking ahead for penalties. And Nico Sigur replaced Nathan Saliba in that midfield. And from South Africa's side, they made a sub at halftime. I took out Mbata is on for Mofo Kenj.
Michael's bad one.
Yeah, Mofo Kenj. That's the way to curse Badwood without, Mofo Kenj.
Michael's bad one. Because we don't have Situl already.
Mofo. And you have Situl. Yep, Situl. Ball youth. Good tackle. Good tackle number 4. And that's Luke there. Rolls. Junior, how do you pronounce this? Fudgy rolls? Or fudge rolls?
I don't know. We just don't, I don't want him to do anything I use.
Long ball. Is it,
Yo!
so did he? Which one?
Joke ball game this. Yo! Me over clock. Yeah. Every time I see the replay. Wait,
What,
hey,
the cut.
the cut. But you're right, the goalkeeper, shopkeeper, because the goalkeeper should not die for that.
Yeah, man.
There's,
The goalkeeper.
there's no way he thought that was going to miss. Look for the replay again.
It close.
That actually is a lot closer than the goalkeeper reacted.
Yeah. And it's just because I think he kicked it with the outside of his foot rather than inside. It could be curving in, so it was curving away from the goal. FIFA World Cup round of 32 action. Canada versus Bafana, South Africa. Both coaches are up in their technical era. We have 4 shots on target for Canada, 1 for South Africa. Yeah, my youth. My ball jump over now. Fabian says he was thinking that also regarding. Fabian says South Africa looks lost in the final third. Yeah, I mean it's hard. One thing, and I think we touched on this last night during the watch along for the Portugal game. Finding proper goal scorers is hard.
Yeah.
When you have 1 or 2, hold on to them.
Yeah.
Because even this brother Jonathan David. I mean, how do you rate Jonathan David as a goal scorer leading this Canadian line? I mean, he has scored 42 goals, I think.
I don't. I don't. I think Jonathan David is a CONCACAF, right as we call the name.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Yo. And the number 14 at work, my youth. Number 14 that back line.
Yeah. Canada just, like you say, it's just like a goal scorer. That's a score. That's simply just supposed to score.
You know what? I'm supporting Canada. I totally forgot about South Africa vibes down in South Africa there. With some of the South Africans treating the immigrants from across the border.
That's true. That's
true.
What? That's
South
true.
Africans, there are some South Africans who are just like, someone just text me and say, yo, remember when I go to South Africa now, we now support some of them teams there, But equally, so, but Junior, in our support of Mama Africa, can we tread the needle here and support South Africa? Even
Yeah.
with all the craziness that's going on in South Africa with the handling of immigrants and the attack on immigrants. Yo, all the yard man with their South Africa right now probably say, yo, dog, I'm find a place to move to, you know.
They can move a Cape Verde. Big up to Jonas Bondarenko saying, keep the World Cup, guys. God bless. I guess Jonas feels our pain. That must be offside. An offside. How is he not offside?
A question for you. Someone asked me this question. In terms of Canada as a host, this could possibly be their last game in this tournament. And from a financial perspective, wouldn't it be better for Canada? Of course, ideally the group winner is playing, you know. Wouldn't it be better if this game for Canada was played in Canada as a co-host of this tournament? Granted, they did finish second in the group.
You see, that is the problem, because now you'll have said maybe to rectify that problem. Well, you couldn't. 'Cause I'm thinking of way, okay, logistically, right?
Yeah.
All the games are pre-planned logistically with their
they're
location.
set where they will play. Yeah.
Right. So obviously, I'm sure the team that finished first is playing their game in Canada. Maybe they should have did the first two. Play the game in Canada.
Keep that zone in Canada.
Yeah. Maybe they should have done that. And then if Canada finished third, dog name them supper. Right?
But what does it take to be a host? So part of the host is to play at home.
Yeah, but
so whether you finish third or
at some point you have to earn the right. No, at some point you have to earn the right, because
host, Junior.
No, but then what that means now is that you leave yourself open to, if Canada finished third, right? There's no set. You can't guarantee Canada finishing first and third, or second, third, or third. So that means we'll have 8 games scheduled to play in Canada.
Well, why not? They're a co-host for a reason.
Yeah, but then you have three co-hosts. So then you'll have to have all 8 games played in Canada. Well, obviously it would, but you're gonna get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
You can't predetermine it.
I am just simply at this point where I'm saying is this: as a co-host or a host of any tournament, you want that host for those fans to be able to see their team. That's part of hosting the tournament. Now, the fact that Canada didn't win the group means that Switzerland will play in Vancouver, and the second place now is playing in LA. Right. But however, I'm thinking as part of being a host, you shouldn't have to put this, you have to win the group to play at home stipulation. The host
first two
should get to play at home until them running a big side.
You can't do that logistically, because you have to have it have to be preset.
Junior, you're always the one to point out that in this era of technological advancements, anything is possible.
Anything is possible, but is it worth the logistics? At some point, you have to draw the line, right?
Yeah, at some point.
No, I agree with you. They could have drawn the line.
Last time Canada played in World Cup.
Yes, but I agree with you, though. I agree with you that they should have drawn the line at the first 2.
Okay.
So if Canada finished first or second, it's already planned that this game was going to be in Canada. Just like
played in Canada. Okay.
Right. But they clearly drew the line at 1.
At 1. And is it a bit kind of presumptuous thinking that Canada would have won that group?
It's not presumptuous. FIFA is not obligated to give you the host playing in your country. If at some point it become big boy football, it's no big boy football.
But from a financial perspective, FIFA would like the host fans will support and invest. How many this game against Switzerland and Algeria in Canada coming up? Who are gonna watch that game there?
Blame, but if I am FIFA, I don't make my money already. You know, blame Canada. No blame me. You got the easiest one. All you had to do was win your zone. That's all you had to do. So you come cry to me when you drop the swap.
I'm surprised, Gani, and this is where CONCACAF. I don't know if these discussions must have. I mean,
I'm sure they have it. But then
sure
the other part is Canada doesn't have as much stadium options as America. You know?
Yeah.
I know Canada is just as big, but you have some part of Canada right now probably have snow.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like them have unlimited options.
It's like passenger horse sort of deal. This tournament,
That's your problem.
you have two teams that are, well, maybe even one really big horse, and then the other two teams just jump on, tag on. As a part of being a co-host or host of any tournament, you want to play as many games in front of your fans as possible.
That is your prerogative and my prerogative as FIFA.
All right, let's see how we go about it from here when we talk about hosting another tournament. Box cover.
But that's what I'm telling you, so that might change, because remember after South Africa.
Yeah.
No, so after South Africa it was supposed to be. No. Yeah. I think South Africa was supposed to be the last time a host automatically qualified. And then they decided to change by expanding the World Cup and changing the rules. But I remember clearly South Africa was going to be the last host to automatically qualify.
Well, last host or last time a defending champ automatically qualify. Because the host have to automatically qualify.
Or maybe he's a defending champ.
Yeah, because the host, how make a host tournament have been automatically qualify?
Yeah, but then, yeah. I thought a defending champ. But there was something with South Africa. So maybe it was a defending champ.
Yeah, because defending champs used to have a lock at the next World Cup. But then that rule was eliminated. I
think that was eliminated now to accommodate the multiple hosts.
Yeah, but that also was eliminated for bad mind some sides. Like imagine Argentina did what they did and they had to go back through a qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, give me a minute there.
Yeah. Well, we are 17 minutes away from worst case scenario. I don't see a goal scoring anymore. Canada not good enough for score. South Africa not good in the final third like this right now. This should be a goal for South Africa. This must be a goal for South Africa. This should be a goal for South Africa. And it's highly back, brother. Yeah, score the goal, you want. What am I watching? Another substitution here for Canada. As Buchanan finally come off and Alphonso Davies is on. No, is Alphonso Davies, obviously he's not 100% fit, but can he ever become 100% fit again in life? Zero, 75th minute, 15 minutes left. We're now entering do or die territory or sudden death territory. Next goal definitely win the game. Can we get a goal? No, that's a question. I think we're now definitely in next goal win territory. South Africa has done so well knocking them ball until they get into an era where they're outnumbered. And so it sounds so cliche, but watch out. Look at this idiot. Promise. Send the ball to the right wing. Canada should have done better with that one. It's 4 against 2. Four against 2. And Promise saw his name in the lights. But the current went out right as he kicked the shot. We might be headed for an exciting finish, relative statement. I'm just thankful both teams not locking shop. Because both teams are playing wide open, expansive attempts at playing wide open football. At least they deployed wide open. One thing is for sure, though. When these teams play against a more confident, better deployed team, they might get about 6. Not playing the way that they are playing. Can Alphonso Davis do something magical now?
Junior, let me ask you a question. By the way, big up to those on the live. Smash the like button, family. We're at the 77th minute. Still 0-0. Heading towards... heading towards extra time. Junior, let me ask you this. If the USA was in Canada's shoes, say Canada was the main host, or Mexico was the main host, and USA was the co-host, and USA didn't win its group, and it was in the same scenario or situation, you think USA would be playing its game in any other country but USA?
No, I that's a good question. Let's see where USA groups games are playing in the third group of 32.
Good save by Ron Williams. You know, say, hey, South Africa ready for penalties now. Ron Williams, we saw him at the African Cup of Nations. You know, he's like, look, this is my level. I'm ready for PKs. Just let's get to it. Let's jump to penalties, people.
So let's see, USA game. So where is Australia played? So Australia's game. So Australia plays Egypt. That game will be in...
I can tell you, Dallas, Arlington Stadium. Australia versus Egypt is in Arlington Stadium.
All right, so that's one. That's one that would have been... So even if America finished second, they would have been playing in Dallas.
Yep.
Paraguay plays Germany. Where's that Paraguay-Germany game tomorrow going to be played?
Paraguay plays Germany in Boston, Foxborough Stadium.
So even if America had finished third or finished in Paraguay's spot and have the same points, they would have played in
They would have played on American soil.
More likely, yes.
Yeah. So the basically the point you're making, the 3 teams from the American group, the 3 spots, 1, 2, 3, are all playing in the USA.
Right, but then the third spot is I don't count the third spot because it's a crapshoot. So the first 2 games definitely
playing the USA. Yeah.
Right. Actually, the funny part is, Benton.
Yeah.
If Mexico had finished second in their group, they would have been playing here in LA against Canada.
Because Mexico would be in the spot of South Africa.
Yeah, so Mexico never get that favorable draw either.
So maybe it's a situation where the 2 so-called, I don't even want to call them that a box cover. So
associate
truly
hosts.
A really co-host when one host I get all these favorable treatments.
Right. No. So they're not. They're auxiliary. They're auxiliary hosts.
Yeah. Them are the accessory. Them are just support hosts.
Yeah, the support horse.
Yeah, because I think the bid primarily, if I think back to that 2018 bid or whenever it was submitted, US was ahead and they were support as co-host accessory host or whatever.
So that means when if Jamaica was to get the co-host of the World Cup, Women's World Cup,
Yeah, for
we probably,
2031, then probably the same thing will happen.
yeah.
Which again, I don't get this. Like, why wouldn't you want the co-host? And if you're hosting a tournament, the co-host, you want them to play in front of their home fans as long as you can for that tournament.
Remember FIFA don't get them money. They don't care. They
Well,
already
you
got
would
their
think
money.
like the local football federation, CONCACAF, who's led by a Canadian, Victor Montagliani.
If he went up to when the hosts were announced, if he went up and said, "Yo, we need Canada for," FIFA might say, "You know what? Maybe Canada don't need to host the World Cup."
By the way, and
if you were coming and put in these demands, we'll just have one host. We'll just have Mexico and America host it.
and
You don't have to
also
host the World
equally
Cup.
thing, Junior, is that USA will never play any game in any of the other hosts cities.
Right.
So USA will all its games are in the US
But why are you
until
surprised?
they get to the final phase of the stick, if they make it that far.
Why are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, but I'm just speaking on things that are evidently like how people agree to this, Bridget. So, like you pointed out a while ago, Mexico would be playing here in San Francisco, in LA, not San Francisco, in LA, if they had finished runners up in their as a runner up in their group.
Right.
So,
But remember, it's the same thing with the Gold Cup. And but tell you, I say it all the time, and you think it's joke.
Yeah.
But I tell you, Mexico and America will never play in the Gold Cup until the finals.
Yeah,
Never play. And it's the same. You don't have a question. Why would CONCACAF accept that?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't watch the boy that game, my brother. No, man. What is this?
It's soon done, Junior. It's soon done.
Soon done. We soon gonna light my grill.
Yeah, tell somebody else to light the grill, Junior.
No, you're mad. I am the grill master.
Tell the young man to light the grill and.
No, you're mad.
You know.
You want him going to orbit? Yo, I think we're going to cheer harder than the country will score.
It's good to see Alphonso Davis on the field, though.
I asked the question earlier. Would Alphonso Davis ever see 100% fitness again? I don't think so.
I hope so, but I hope so, but with the other, just looking at other athletes who had similar injuries, to my understanding, it's salt. It's rough for the youth.
Yeah.
I mean, so talented, eh?
Yeah, it is so much, and you can tell his mind thinks he's still that, but the body isn't.
Yeah. Because he plays mainly one way, right?
Yeah.
I take in, boy. I mean, you know what? If that was on target, shopkeeper would have make it score, you know.
Hey, if dive out hell though.
I don't know what's going on with South Africa's scouting report, because clearly the goalkeeper for Canada is not very comfortable on long shots. He gives a rebound. So why aren't they taking shots on target? And have somebody, hey, my youth. Oh, that is not a foul? Okay, we're getting carried out. Jesse Marsh, come off the field. Why is Jesse Marsh on the field shouting at the South African player? Yeah, you see, this is where in a situation you need a yard man. This is where you need Damian Lowe. This is where you need a Damian Lowe type of personality. Because if that was Lowe on the field and Jesse Marsh walking on the field, shouting at him and pointing at him. Him would I get stepping in face.
Somebody run off DNTR for the field you want.
We have 2 subs coming on for South Africa. And I should have updated and I'm surprised you got the coach of South Africa didn't have a go at Jesse Marsh, because both of these managers are kind of, you know what, kind of chippy. They're always looking for a fight.
I think South Africa coaches want to go him yard. Kind of like Iran's coach. I watch Iran's coach and he looked like he wanted to leave. Like, yo, I can't bother with this World Cup.
And
we accomplish what we need to accomplish. Just let me get off this place, man.
And you know, FIFA and this whole situation with Iran is just, yo, it's one of those things where, but the other members of the World Cup, you know, didn't even say anything about this. The other federations didn't even do anything about this. They allowed this to happen and just keep it moving. FIFA is a member-supported organization. There are members who vote for these decisions. And Iran had to play games in the US and then return to Mexico and then return to the US back and forth. What was that?
But then it becomes a geopolitical conversation, and those member nations, their government link them and say, listen, man, nobody get involved with that.
Don't bother get involved in that nonsense. However, to be fair, I saw Coach Captain Tarimi, who Iran's captain, who had that statement to make around, first and foremost, want to commend the Iran team because they did not lose a game. So even with all the stressors and all the circumstances surrounding the game, they were able to be competitive. And Tarimi, I'm looking at the camera. Brother, you scored that penalty, and we don't have any discussions about whether Iran is into this final, into the next round or not. That penalty against Egypt, that Egypt shopkeeper saved, that for score.
Yeah.
That for score. And so, so you go. Iran will collect what, $12.5 million US. I wonder if them are going to freeze it. I wonder how that
they can't free. It's not coming from America. It's coming from FIFA. How that
payout go? How that payout
go? No, it's not coming from America. It's coming from FIFA.
Can we tell the difference now, Junior?
It's a good question, but no. It's coming from.
I was gonna say, the brother who people them come from Cuba alongside with the FIFA president at a game last night. So
it's sad that we can't discuss. Do they have hydration break in overtime?
They better not. I mean, I don't think, other than the usual the pause at the 15 minutes to switch around. And it depends on how stringent this referee is. Because that 15 minutes is supposed to be a switch around 15 minutes. That man go over corner and drink and do this and whatever.
Everybody, just switch over, brother.
Yeah, man.
You know what? They better switch. Just play on. Play on.
Starting the extra time right now. Minute 90. And I wonder how many minutes of added time.
It should be at least 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes of extra time. There are some players, like you say, South Africa had a chance where all the striker had to do was control the ball.
Yeah.
wide open in a space, and the man it's like this is a weird game.
And
This game is a weird game.
and this is one of the things that we spoke about last night, and you pointed out rightfully are things that I agree with, that you have some very good goal scorers in this tournament. But some of these teams, we spoke about Colombia and John Duran and whomever is missing and their inability to convert. And we see this is the same thing right here with South Africa. I mean, so you can have your very good developmental programs, and you have a very
Thank you, God.
league. Somebody score, Canada.
Yes.
Canada scores a junior. This is all. You know what, South Africa? I just saw you go, Bridget. You take one for
No,
the
but
team.
go out of the back of the yard, man.
Take one for the team, Bridget. That's just...
Go home, man. Go home. Go away.
So you go. Estacio with the goal for Canada. And the entire Canadian bench cleared. And is on the field celebrating. Jesse Marsh leading the group. And so you go, South Africa. So you go. So you go, Bridget. So you go. And to be fair, I mean, you've had your chances, Canada, South Africa, but you just haven't been clinical in the final third. I just
had more, and that's the point you were making. They had more than enough chances.
Yeah, you cannot. At the end of the day, we can't. All this excessive analysis is irrelevant. It's unnecessary. I mean, you either score the goal or don't score the goal. This is what the fundamental thing of football is. And Canada scored their goal, and South Africa missed theirs. So you go, Bridget.
Just pack up and go on the yard, man. On do good. On make it to the second round of the World Cup. Hats off.
Yes.
Go on home.
So South Africa will collect $13.5 million for an exit at the round of 32. Canada will continue in this. So now, Junior, where will Canada play their next game?
That's a good question. I'll tell you in a second. It's a good question, but I guarantee it's going to be in America.
No, it cannot be, Junior. It cannot.
I guarantee it's going.
It cannot be. I can't guarantee you that. They have to go back to
Canada. Guarantee it's going to be in America. No, you can't change it. It's already set.
I don't care about set, man.
It's already set. No, so this thing work. No.
These teams need to be playing in front of their fans.
No, and that's how it works.
And why is Lionel Messi listed as the top goal scorer for the 2026 World Cup when the World Cup is still going on?
Well,
on Wikipedia.
They have to sell it. That game is played in Houston. Right. So they might as well just go south. They're already in LA, them go south.
Yeah, don't even go back here. Just stand away there. So Canada will not return to Canada.
Nope.
I'm looking at the bracket here, so look at what Canada.
So the next game for Canada.
Yeah, they cannot. No, they will not go back home. This is it. That's the end of that, bro.
And then after that, they play
if they
Foxborough.
Continue on, they'll be going to Foxborough.
Foxborough next. So yeah, them not to Canada again.
And if they continue, they go to Arlington. Yeah.
No. The real question is, where would they have played if they had finished first?
If they won the group. And so Switzerland won the group. So let's look, Chris. So Switzerland is in Vancouver.
Vancouver, yep. And then after Vancouver,
they stay in Vancouver.
Yep.
They stay in Vancouver, and then after Vancouver. So Vancouver now for Switzerland, the group winner. Then Vancouver again for July 7th. And then they move on to Kansas City. So they could have had 2 more games at home if they won the group.
All they had to do was win them group.
Yeah. South Africa might equalize, Junior.
Yo, look, let's not call down doomsday on ourselves. Blow it off, ref.
What's that? Mad dash from South Africa, ball across.
Long whistle.
What's that?
What? He missed the ball to Clark.
The entire
Shopping.
Canadian bench is up. The entire Canadian bench is up.
I can go let my grill in peace.
All right, see there.
Whew.
And the shopkeeper.
Happy for Jesse Marsh.
Well, at least we'll see more confident. And we have a Richard Larry and Mbokoso, Mbokazi in it. All right, family. 1-0 Canada over South Africa. Round of 32. First game of the round of 32. It wasn't the best game, but we made it through. Junior, you're sad for it for yourself.
It wasn't the best quality game, but it encapsulated everything that the World Cup stands for in the knockout stages. It does.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna poo-poo it too much. It is, and you know what? Both teams' approach wasn't nervous.
Yeah.
Their approach, I'm not talking execution, their approach to the game, both teams went for it. And hats off to both teams. Both teams didn't, neither team came out and said we're going to play defensive, we're going to lock sharp, we're going to park bus. Both teams were expansive. Both teams tried to hunt a win. And Canada mercifully found the winning goal within the 90 minutes.
Okay. All right, see that. People smash the like button. Stay tuned for more watch along coming up tomorrow. Maybe some junior is running an errand or someone is running an errand for that Brazil versus Japan game.
More likely, I'm running an errand for that Brazil.
And if you're new to BCN Sports, running an errand means we're gonna be live.
We more likely we're gonna be live.
Big game tomorrow. So just to remind listeners, game coming up tomorrow. Before we take over ourselves, Junior, do you have the schedule handy there? Let me see if I can.
Yeah, Brazil plays Japan at 1.
Okay.
Germany plays Paraguay at 4:30, and Netherlands plays Morocco at 9 o'clock. That Netherlands-Morocco game can be a firecracker.
Tomorrow, tomorrow is gonna be a great day. Great day of football. Have a great Monday, family. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Congrats to Canada. Bafana, just so you go, Bridging. Go on in the yard. So you go.